Hey everyone, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I am out at the shooting range. Woohoo! Man, this is it's a gorgeous day. I've got the range all to myself, and I wanted to talk about some different reticle options that we have at Gideon. So we've got red dots and green dots, and we've got plain dots and circle dots. So when you're shopping for an Omega, or you're looking at an Alpha and a Rock, or some of our newer optics like the Granite, you're kind of wondering, okay, I can't get every reticle in every optic. Which one should I go for? Which one should I try? If that's you, stick around. I'm going to talk about it. And I'll do a little mini review of some of these guns too. So I brought out a bunch of guns today. I'm just going to pull them out at random out of my bag here. And as I shoot, I'll tell you what I feel about the guns too. So we can do like a little mini gun review while we do an optic review. Okay, so here's my first one. And yeah, I'm going to check all of these as they come out of the bag. So this is a Walther PDP Compact with a green Omega 3 MOA dot only on it. This is actually one of my primary carry guns. If you see me and you meet me, I'm usually either packing this thing, or if I need to be smaller than that, I'll pack a Glock 48 with a Judge or a Valor Mini on it. But this is actually one of my carry guns. Love this gun. I'm a true believer on Team Walther. Next gun. Another Walther. This is the Walther race gun, the Q5 Match. This one has a red Alpha on it. It was actually a prototype Alpha. This is one of the oldest optics in the whole Gideon collection here. And the Q5 Match is the match grade Walther. Amazingly accurate gun. Very cool. Put you over there. Next we have, yes, the Beretta APX. This is a Gen 1 APX. And I have a green Alpha circle dot on this one. Not my favorite gun, and I'll explain to you why. Here's a classic. Got to do a baseline, right? So if I'm going to shoot an iron sight gun, might as well be a really nice iron sight gun. This is my beloved SIG 226X5. We'll use that as a baseline for sight picture with iron sights. And last but not least, my HK VP9, which has an Omega in 3 MOA plain dot in red color. So I've got two Omegas that are plain 3 MOA dots, and I've got two Alphas that are circle dots. Let's shoot them, and I'll give you my thoughts. Come on, let's go. Okay, we're at about 7 yards. It looks further away than that because of the camera lens. And I am standing behind my good camera, and I'm going to do this. Oh, look at that. Holding my arms around my camera to show you a plain 3 MOA red dot on the HK VP9. Let's squeeze off a couple shots. Alright, so a red dot is very standard. We all call these things red dots after all these years because for a couple of decades, red dot has been the standard that all others are judged by. The VP9, as you can see, is a very accurate gun, but it's a little flippy. It doesn't really shoot flat for me like Glocks do and some other guns, but I don't mind the flippiness of it because I love the accuracy. With the plain 3 MOA red dot, you're pretty much doing the tried and true. We're not trying anything that's new and different. I'll kind of wave it around the target a little bit so you can see how it looks on different colors. And the camera doesn't pick up how bright it really is. It doesn't look particularly bright here on my screen. The camera's not really capable of showing the contrast that I'd like it to. But a red dot is the standard. 3 MOA size dot will cover just 3 inches of target at 100 yards. And if you just want to do the tried and true, you can never go wrong with just a plain 3 MOA red dot. Let's try the red circle dot next. Okay, next up we have, drum roll please, an Alpha with a circle dot reticle in it. Haha! So as you can see, the circle dot gives us more information. It gives us more reticle to work with. You can pick it up a little bit quicker. You can pick it up a little bit faster than just the plain red dot. If you are new and you are just now starting out with pistol dots, you may consider a circle dot because you're going to be looking hard for that reticle, and your presentation may not be perfect. So if you come up from the low ready, or you come up from a draw and you're a little bit misaligned, you can kind of, oh, there it is, all right, I found it, and you can make a correction, because you might catch, you might catch the corner of the reticle there if you're a little bit off, but also you just see the reticle more. It's easier to find, it's easier to pick up than just the plain 3 MOA dot. Let's take some shots with the APX. There we go. That's probably my reload. That's one of Mike's reloads. Alright, so there's the APX. Red APX is a solid gun. It's a reliable gun. I hate the trigger on it. If you think a Glock trigger is spongy and long, the APX is even worse. I'm told the reason for that is because they wanted it to be able to consistently ignite NATO ammunition in Europe that has extremely hard primers. So the trigger kind of is a hard primer trigger, Euro spec trigger, and it's just not super friendly. It's long and spongy. The ergonomics of the gun are fine. The quality of the gun is typical Beretta, but the APX was designed to replace the Beretta 92. It has absolutely not done that. The 92 is making a huge comeback and resurgence, and the APX is not one of my favorites in the collection, but it does serve a purpose, and it's good for reticle testing, among other things. It's good for optic testing. So that is a red circle dot. More information than just a plain 3 MOA dot. You can see it's pretty easy to hold it on target, and it's pretty easy to find. You can find it nice and quickly, but you are getting, not everybody wants that information. Not everybody wants that whole entire reticle, right? Let's try a green 3 MOA dot and see if it looks any different to you. Okay, third up, we're going to have my Walther PDP carry gun and a green Omega. There we go. There's the green 3 MOA dot. Now, it doesn't look like that much after shooting a circle dot, does it? I personally prefer green over red because I have astigmatism in both eyes. And so I don't really see what you're seeing here through the camera is a very nice, crisp, round 3 MOA dot. Man, I wish I could see that, but I don't. I see like a bow tie or a comet with a tail, and I just have to fight through it and do the best I can. But the green messes with my astigmatism less. Not everyone agrees, but I think most people with astigmatism seem to prefer green if they can get it. Let's take some shots through the Walther here. And I love the PDP. It's got just an excellent trigger. One of the best factory polymer striker-fired gun triggers out there. And it's super predictable. The gun is not quite as accurate as the VP9, but it's more than accurate enough for what I need to do. The accuracy is easy for me to access in real shooting. Like a gun that's technically accurate, but it's hard for me to get the accuracy out of it is a frustrating gun. A gun that's accurate and it's easy for me to be accurate with it, ooh, I like that kind. So the Walther's been very, very reliable for me. I actually picked this one up used. It's one of the old Gen 1s, and I run it all the time. I train with it, I practice with it, I carry it, and it absolutely has not let me down, knock on wood. It has been absolutely 100%, even with my crappy ammo that I hand load. So, huge Walther PDP fan, love the gun, and here is the 3 MOA green dot. What do you think? Next! Alright, here's the Walther Q5 match and the green circle dot. Ooh, look how fast and easy that came up. So, now we have the advantages of green. I think it pops a little bit more, it's a little bit brighter. It's better for my astigmatism, and we have the circle dot reticle, so it's easier to find. Boop, there it is. Boop, there it is. Right, I'm just doing low readies here. It's very easy and quick to find this reticle and to work with this reticle. But the disadvantage, depending on how you look at this, is that you're going to be looking at the reticle a lot. You're getting all this information right in front of your eyeballs, and the reticle really stands out. which some people really like. Some people say it's too much information for them. I'm not looking at the thing that I want to hit enough. The reticle is in the way. Look at how it's all shaky from me holding it out there. It's wiggling around and bobbling, and that annoys them. And I think that's a byproduct of how easy it is to see. So I think some people almost think that the green circle dot is too easy to see, and you have a hard time looking past it at your target area. Take some shots with the Q5 match. Oh, I think I pulled that one. That's better. Notice how I don't have to be in the middle of the window. I can take a shot right here. Boom, like that. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't have to be lined up. This gun doesn't even have co-witness iron sights at all. It has no rear sights on it whatsoever. It doesn't matter. Don't care. It's a race gun. Here is the only problem I have with the Q5 match. Fantastic gun. Can I shoot it better than my PDP compact, which is not a match grade gun? Doesn't have a super cool blue extendo mag plate and a blue match grade trigger and all that stuff. How much better can I shoot the Q5 match versus the PDP? About 0%. They both basically shoot like the same exact gun in my hands. I'm not really good enough to wring better performance out of this gun than I am out of the PDP. Hey, why did the screen get fuzzy all of a sudden? Well, because we're going to finish up by shooting iron sights. And what do we do with iron sights? We get a hard focus on the front sight. Oh, look at that. So this is the single action only SIG 226X5. Oh man, I love the recoil impulse on that gun. And like a good iron sight shooter, we're focusing on the front sight, which means the target area is fuzzy. Back sights are fuzzy. Target's fuzzy, front sight's what's in focus, because our eyes can only focus on one thing at a time. There is your iron sight picture, right? So that is the traditional way of doing it. And if you like that better, then, well, thanks for watching my video anyway. But I like to be target focused much, much more than I like to be front sight focused personally. The 226X5 is an amazing, glorious, wonderful gun. It is by far one of the most accurate handguns that I have ever shot, never mind owned. And frankly, I'm leaving it at iron sight gun because I think it would ruin it to cut this gun for an optic. If I want a 226 that's cut for an optic, they still make those. And maybe one of these days I'm going to buy one. But this old German-made X5 that you can't get them from Germany anymore, yeah, that one I'm keeping just the way it is. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. There's 25 rounds in the target, 5 rounds out of 5 different guns each. Not my best shooting ever, but I had to stretch my arms around my Canon EOS digital SLR camera. So I'll take it for today. I'll give myself a little bit of a break on my unconventional shooting techniques. What questions do you have? Having watched this video, you've seen the sight picture now through red, green, regular dot, circle dot, iron sights. What's left? Hit me up in the comments. Message us on our website at GideonOptics.com. Hit us up on Instagram at Gideon Optics. Any of those places. You can hit me up on Facebook at Gideon Optics. Ask me the questions that you have after watching this video. Which one of these reticles appeals most to you? Which ones have you tried before? Which ones did you try once and then say, that's not for me. I'm not going to do green circle dot because ... Post that stuff in the comments because you could educate not only other potential customers, but you could educate me on how our customers feel about our reticle options, what we're offering, what we should be offering, and what you want to see and what you want to do. Guys, go out there, train, be safe, happy shooting. See you soon. Oh, what are you guys doing there? Video's over. I'm not shooting. Okay, you caught me. I'm shooting an iron sight gun. So I just want to shout out to Jonathan Savage. That's his real name, not a name that he made up for the internet. At Savage Holsters, who Made a really nice custom holster for this 226X5 because nobody makes a holster for those anymore. Seriously, look it up. The old 226X5s, holsters don't exist. Jonathan made one for me, basically just from pictures I sent him online. So if you have a weirdo old gun and you want a holster made for it, check out Savage Holsters. And well, I guess I'll show you what I did. You remember the end of Quigley Down Under? And there's a line that said, just because I don't have much use for pistols doesn't mean I don't know how to use them. It's kind of how I am with iron sights. Yeah, just because I sell optics doesn't mean that I suck with irons, guys. Optics are just that much better.